It's coffee time!
Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 1 of the Buzzword Readathon round 4. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of June, if I'm not wrong, because after conventions, I don't know where I am anymore. And today, it is really early right now. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning, yay me. So before we go to work, I am gonna show you quickly my TBR. I only picked 4 books. Normally I read 2 books in 1 week, so my aim is to read maybe 3, you know, to push that boundary there. So here are the books. The first one, which is the first one that I'm gonna try to read, is History is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera, because I really want to read more Adam Silvera. So I still have this one and More Happy Than Not, I think, and then I would have read all of his books. So I'm gonna start with this one. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you don't know, the word for the Buzzword Readathon this time is you, or any combination of the word you, like you'll, you've, you're, you are, and also in your own language if you're reading in French or Spanish or whatever, so the word that means you. So then I have a book that I think is gonna be my next one after History is All You Left Me, or maybe I'll combine them, because it is a little bit of a different read, and it is You're Never Weird on the Internet by Felicia Day, and it is talking about how she's a nerd and all of that. She's one of the actresses from Supernatural, and I think this is gonna be a great change from all the style of books that I have been reading lately, because this is, you know, kind of like a, not really a memoir, but it is written about herself and how it is to be a nerd. Then we have this one, which is the third one that I would read if I have time, which is Made for You by Melissa Marr, and it is about this girl that wakes up at the hospital one day and she doesn't know how she ended up in the hospital, but suddenly she has a gift. She can see how people are gonna die, I believe, when she touches them or something like that. Sounds really intriguing, so I hope I get to this one as well. And the fourth one, I'm not really interested in it, but it's on my shelves and it has the word you in it. So if I would have time, which is very unlikely, I will pick this one up, and it's called 2 or 3 Things I Forgot to Tell You by Joyce Carol Oates. And all I know about this is that it's about friendships and secrets and things like that. I don't know, maybe then I read it and I get surprised, but it has bad ratings, but it's on my shelves, so I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna get to it, I think, because regularly, like I said, I read 2, maybe 3 if I push it in a week. But I decided to put it on my TBR pile just in case. So this is the one that we are taking today. We are starting the readathon with this one. And I know it's about this guy and his ex that I believe has passed away in a car accident or something like that. So I guess it's gonna be a hard-hitting contemporary, and it's gonna make me sad. But after reading They Both Die in the End, I feel like my soul is ready for this. So yeah, we'll give this one a try and start the Buzzword Readathon with this. History is All You Left Me. I have literally only read around 20 pages on the train because I'm so tired today. Just keeping it real here. I think the heat and the sun coming through my window on my sleeping room is not letting me sleep properly. I wake up a lot, so I feel like I need to catch up with a lot of sleep, and trains tend to get me sleepy. But anyways, I read like around 20 pages, and so in this story we are following 2 main characters. We have Griffin and we have Theo. So they're both gay, and the story is actually told in chapters from the present that are together with chapters from the past. So basically we get one chapter from the present, 2016, and then we get one chapter from the past, which is 2014. And the book starts with Griffin that is getting ready for Theo's funeral. Theo is his ex-boyfriend, and he's finding it hard, and so he says that in the end history is all that Theo left him, so he wants to tell the story of their relationship. And so the chapters of the present and the past intertwine together, and he starts to tell us the story of how him and Theo kind of, you know, came out to each other and told each other that they liked each other and started this relationship. This all happens in the first 20 pages. So I'm excited to see where this is gonna go, and I'm excited to see their love story, even though you already know that they're gonna break up and you already know that Theo's gonna die. Like, Adam Silvera really wants to break people. Because it's kind of reminding me of They Both Die at the End, even though this one came first, but I read them you know, not in the right order or when he published them. So for me, it's reminding me now to History's all They Both Die at the End. And I have the feeling that Adam Silvera just likes to break me, but that is also a little bit why I like him, because his stories are so real and they are heartbreaking but relatable in a way, and they make you think about relationships and life in a different perspective, and I think that is why I like his story so much. So coffee is brewing, as you can hear in the background, so I'm gonna read a little bit until coffee is ready, and then sadly I have to start working. So you guys, I just finished work. It's been a very intense day. I have not had much time for anything, but I'm already in page 80 something from History's All You Left Me. Loving it, breaking my heart as well. Made it back home, and today is one of those days that I feel extra exhausted, like all energy has been taken away from my body. It might be a combination of, you know, the summer weather, which makes it hard for me to fall asleep. It's a bit hot, and there's a lot of light coming into my sleeping room. So yeah, I have not been sleeping well for the last couple of days, and I think that's been, you know, leaving a toll on me. So I am like super exhausted right now. So I just came home, and to be honest, I should clean a little bit, and after that I'm gonna try to catch up more with my books, especially with History's All You Left Me, which is the one that I started today. Maybe I'll start the second book for the Buzzword Readathon tonight. We shall see. So far I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of heartbreaking because we all know that our main character lost his ex-boyfriend. He passed away, so it's really sad to hear all his thoughts on, you know, the passing, and because he still had hopes that they were gonna get back together, like a lot of people do with their exes. And so it's really heartbreaking also because it was somebody young that passed away. But he's also telling the story of how they met, which is cute, and there are some funny moments. So it's kind of like a roller coaster. It's like, I'm giving you something now fluffy, you know, lovey, and I'm gonna give you now a little bit of humor, and now I'm gonna destroy your heart again. This is how it's feeling right now, but I'm loving it. I'm nearly on page 100, so I'm really happy with my progress, taking into consideration that day one of the Buzzword Readathon has been a really busy day at work. So let's get to cleaning and reading. Alright you guys, it's time for some chilling. I am currently exporting my video for the FedCon, and it is a bit longer than I thought. It is like 35-37 minutes, but I don't want to split it in two, so sorry not sorry. So that's gonna take over 1 hour of exporting. Who knows how long it's gonna take to be uploaded to YouTube. We will figure it out. So I thought, now that I have some free time for the time that the video is exporting, at least I'm gonna catch up with a book. And I'm wearing my PJs that says not before coffee, because it's a disclaimer. It's disclaimer alert. Like, don't tell me I'm not warning you. So yeah, I'm gonna move on with History is All You Left Me. I'm really loving it. Really am loving it. And so far all I can tell you is if you already read They Both Die at the End, you will love this one for what I know so far. But I know that the opinions on They Both Die at the End were very divided. I fell into the people that loved it. So if you also loved it so far for what I am seeing in this book, you're also gonna love this one. And if you're wondering what I'm drinking, what is my beverage of choice, because I had a lot of coffee this morning and it is hot outside, I need to hydrate. So I'm drinking water, but I'm drinking it out of one of my favorite sippy cups. This is Star Trek USS Enterprise, and it says in the back, to boldly go where no man has gone before. And you just read that like Shatner, let's be honest. So I rather have sippy cups because I'm a little bit clumsy around the house, especially. So I used to knock over glasses full of water everywhere, and that is not convenient because I would just spill it anywhere. So with sippy cups, it doesn't happen that fast that everything just spills out, and it's very convenient. You can grab it, take it with you around the house. And this one's pretty big, so I can put a lot of water in here. So let's get to reading. Hi. Are you creeping on mommy reading? Okay, bye, sir. What? Yeah, I know. Come here if you want belly rubs. You want to be my doorstopper? Okay. Alright, you guys, I just finished watching, or rewatching, because I did watch it when it came out, the TV series adaptation from the movie 10 Things I Hate About You. Apparently they only did 2 seasons, and every season had 10 episodes of like 20 minutes. So I binge watched it because I was gonna meet Ethan Peck, and this is actually the first time I ever saw him and fell in love with him, because can you blame me? And I have to say, it is so ridiculously stereotypical and stupid, and honestly I only care about the relationship between Patrick and Kat, but it just makes me giggle and smile, and I just feel like a teenager again. I feel like I'm 16 again, and you know, I'm experiencing things for the first time, and this is very sad. But I just wanted to share that with you. And I just finished rewatching it. I'm so sad they didn't do more seasons or anything, like, and I wanted to buy it, but apparently it was only released in the US. So the only option I have is to order it from eBay, but I cannot find season 2. I can only find season 1, and both are gonna be there's the original code for DVDs in the US, which means I will not be able to play it in regular DVDs here, but that will be fine. I could play it on my PC, for example, because I would like to have it in like good quality, but it's impossible to find. If you guys know of anywhere that I can get both seasons, even if it's from the US, let me know. Because I need to have a physical copy of this series, because I just love it, and it's perfect to binge watch because every episode is only 20 minutes, and it is 100% something to cheer you up. And now to the reading. So now that I finished watching my teenager series, I think before moving forward with History is All You Left Me, which I'm currently halfway through. We made it to the half in one day, which is very impressive because I've had a busy day. But I think I'm gonna reach for this one, You're Never Weird on the Internet, because I'm in the mood of reading something a little bit different, something nerdy, geeky, and I really hope to enjoy this book. So I think I'm gonna start this one now, and it's gonna be the second book that I'm gonna start for the Buzzword Readathon. Good morning, guys. Today it is day 2 of the Buzzword Readathon. It is Thursday the 13th. And I am pretty happy with my progress yesterday. So yesterday in day 1 I read halfway through History is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera, and I read until page 58 from You're Never Weird on the Internet by Felicia Day. And I didn't know, but it's actually her memoir. I thought it was just a book for or by, you know, her geek self, to the geek community, but it's actually really her memoir. So it's super interesting to see where she comes from, you know, how she did everything that she's done on the internet with all of her series and all of her web series and things like that, because she's done a lot through the internet. She's also a gamer herself, and it's super interesting to read how she got into some like back then in the day when the internet was not even a thing yet, how she got into this kind of forums, discuss games with people, and how she found the community. And it is really great and empowering as well. As a geek woman myself, like a nerd, always finding myself being the weird one, so I'm really loving it. So yeah, today the plan is keep on reading these 2 books that I have currently going. And even though it's gonna be a busy day and we're also gonna hit the gym today, I hope to make some progress with both books. We finished the gym. I am exhausted. I am destroyed. We had back and chest day, and if you don't end up destroyed, then you didn't lift properly. We made it back home, and the progress is I am around 184 pages in from History is All You Left Me, and around 108 pages from You're Never Weird on the Internet. So we're going pretty good. And I got home, and today I'm gonna record a very special video. So last Monday, the 10th of June, was my 1-year anniversary on BookTube. That is the day I first uploaded my first video. So I have prepared a Q&A that everybody has been so nice to send me their questions through Twitter. So I made a list with all of the questions, and I'm going to record myself now answering to all of your questions. And yeah, after that I'll see if I can keep on reading. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish any of the books today, but what I think it's tomorrow I probably will finish 1 or 2 of them, which it would mean I would have finished 2 books in 3 days, which is actually pretty good. Alright you guys, so I finished filming my Q&A. So I answered to all of your questions, and now I'm gonna go have a shower and then edit the video of my Q&A with all the questions. It's gonna take me a little bit to go through, but it was a lot of fun answering all of your questions, and I hope you guys will like it. It's gonna go up before this vlog goes up. So yeah, I really hope you're gonna enjoy it, and I'm so glad that I'm already 1 year in BookTube, and it's still so much fun, and I've met so many people along the way. I'm truly thankful. Good morning guys, it is Friday the 14th of June, and it is day 3 of the Buzzword Readathon. So the plan is right now we're going to the gym. It is nearly 7 a.m. so I'm gonna go hit the gym, go to work, because today I have the late shift, so I have to stay longer at work. So I have to hit the gym before work, and we're gonna train shoulder boulders, because you need to remember to train your shoulders. It's also one of my favorite muscles to train, like the shoulder muscles. I love to train them. So yeah, I have shoulder training, and the plan today is to finish both books that I started. so that at least in 3 days I would have accomplished already 2 books, which is a lot, and then try to at least read 1 more book until the end of the readathon. So yeah, let's see how the day goes. I am in page 179 from You're Never Weird on the Internet, and really loving her story and how weird she was and how she embraced it. The workout is also done, and I'm done as well. At least it's Friday, so I can soon enjoy my weekend, but now it's time to go to work. So I made it back home and I am done, dead, RIP to the woman I used to be because it's been a hard week. I've hit the gym a couple of times, and Fridays, I don't know what happened this week. Actually, I couldn't really sleep. I was awake still like late at night. I was always turning in bed. And it's not been a great week because, you know, that lack of sleep accumulates through the week. And so now it's Friday afternoon, and you know that feeling when you get home after the last day of work for the week and you're like, no, I can't, just like weekend. But weekend just flies by so fast. Anyways, I wanted to give you an update on the books that I'm reading because honestly, I think tonight I just want to watch a movie or play a little bit of Mass Effect and just go to sleep. So I don't think I'm gonna finish both books. I think I'm only gonna finish one of them, and then just watch a movie and, you know, relax. I think that's what I need to do. That's what my body is telling me to do. So the books that I was reading, we have History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera, and I'm currently on page 235. So I am nearly 80% done with the book, which is great, which means I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. And I'm really loving it. I can understand why it was not for everybody. I know some people liked it, some people didn't like it, but I think because I like the style of writing from Adam Silvera from his other books, I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much. And I've noticed he has a pattern. Also, he co-wrote What If It's Us with Becky Albertalli, and it has also the same pattern. And by that I mean he always kind of separates things in chapters by separating either years or characters. There's always like cuts. In What If It's Us and They Both Die at the End, we have like changes from character and from time, and in this one it's the same thing. We're jumping, following the main character in the present 2016 and in the past 2014-15. And it is quite interesting that all the books I have read where Adam Silvera participated, you know, co-writing or writing himself, are kind of built up this way. And I have to say, maybe it's just that I really love that kind of structure in books, because I really enjoy that kind of way of explaining a story. And I think if it's well done, it's really great to have those jumps in time and characters, because you get to see the story from a lot of different points of view, but they're all at the same time kind of being intertwined in one whole story. And I think you need talent to do that. It's not that easy. It's easier always to tell a story, you know, straight from beginning to end instead of doing all those jumps. And I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because it keeps the story dynamic. So, and the other book I'm reading is You're Never Weird on the Internet by Felicia Day. And I should have read this book a long time ago. I'm enjoying this so much. If you don't know, guys, I'm a huge nerd myself. I mean, you're probably seeing all my Funko Pops in the background, so it's not like I can hide it. But, you know, I love going to conventions and meet the actors and see people cosplaying. I'm a huge fan of all of that. I'm a gamer myself, so I can relate to so many things that she's explaining in the book. And it's nice to see that she's such a regular girl, so down to earth, that gets anxiety about things that I get you know, anxiety about as well when it comes to meeting certain actors and things like that, even though she's in the business and I'm not. But she's so relatable, and all the messages in this book are so positive. Like, she's telling you some experiences that she had that were bad, but always giving you a positive perspective on everything, leaving you always with the message, you know, you can do it. You're good at what you're doing. You're being creative. Like, it's just so empowering, and I'm really loving it. And I'm nearly finished, so this is the one I'm gonna finish today. I'm on page 213, and there is only 260 pages or so, so I'm gonna definitely finish that one today. And like I said, probably watch a movie or play a game or something. Yeah, so this is gonna be my Friday night. Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday the 15th. I don't know which day I'm living, man. I finally could catch up with a little bit of sleep, but it's still early. It's I think 8 a.m. so now the supermarket's open, so I'm going right when they open so that I can get my stuff and go home. Because this is a very fun fact, like, I like to get food because I love food, but when I go to a supermarket and it's really full, most of the times I end up having a little bit of like anxiety in the way that I just want out. Because I just don't like to be surrounded by so many humans here and there in the regular supermarket. You know, when I go to conventions, I don't get so like overwhelmed so fast, but when I'm like at supermarkets or things like that, I tend to get a little bit like, I just want out, okay? I just want to pay my groceries and go. So I'm gonna go now at 8 a.m. to see if it's a little bit less full today. Yeah, and last night I did finish one of the two books. I finished You're Never Weird on the Internet, Almost, by Felicia Day. And it's hard to give it a rating because I know a lot of people think the same way, that it's weird to rate somebody's life because it is a memoir of her life, of specific parts of her life, you know, of her career and how it is to be a woman that is a nerd and loves gaming. Because it is true that most of the time people think that women could not be gamers. I mean, more on the past than now. Right now I don't think it's a big deal. But back in the day, it was not so easy to be a woman and to be a gamer. I remember when I used to go to these arcade places to play video games, it was all men and me. So everybody always remembered me because I was nearly the only girl that actually went there to play. Because if there was any other girl in this arcade game you know, store, they were there to keep company to their boyfriends, but I'm the one that went there to play. And so years later, you know, the owner of this arcade saw me and he said he still remembered me. And you know, like, it was different to be a nerd and a gamer back in the day. And so I love to hear her stories. I love to hear about, you know, how human she is. Like, she came with all of these creative things, but she also had anxiety and she always thought that it was not good enough. And it is, you know, it is humbling to read her story. And if you're a nerd, if you love, you know, video games, conventions and all of these things, cosplaying, World of Warcraft, just give this book a try if you have not read it yet. I did appreciate a lot that she included some like cute pictures while she was describing stories, and that she was so honest about everything and how she felt, but that even in the cases where the experience was not that great, she always left everything with a positive message, which I also think it's great. And it's kind of like an empowering message for creative women and women that like to go to conventions and just like to game and all of these things. I still hear a lot of people saying sometimes, oh well, this, I'm buying this from a man cave. Like, excuse me, girls also want to have their own nerd caves. How about calling it nerd cave, or like geek cave, or I don't know, horror cave if you wanted to make it horror. But even the word man cave was created for, you know, these rooms full of like nerd stuff for boys, and why? I think it's unfair, you know, like that word has always kind of bothered me a little bit because I just never felt included. So yeah, I really loved it, and I recommend it to anybody that, you know, likes video games and everything nerdy and geeky, because you will definitely love this book. And now it's time to go get groceries. And today the reading plan is to finish History's All You Left Me by Adam Silvera and start the next book. So today is the start of day 4, and I will have finished already 2 books if I finish History's All You Left Me today, which should happen because I don't have that much left. So not a bad you know, reading time. So that means I'm probably gonna be able to finish 3 books in the Buzzword Readathon, which is actually pretty good for me. Alright peeps, it is still Saturday, and as you can see, I'm in my PJs. No makeup on. I didn't put any today. I'm just chilling home the whole day, doing, you know, organizing home and doing things that had to be done for a while, because last weekend I was at a convention at the FedCon, and then I've been busy, so a lot to catch up to when it comes to cleaning and organizing. But I managed to finish History's All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. So this is the second book that I have finished for the Buzzword Readathon. And I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars, 3.54. We will see. I'll sleep over it and see what the end rating is going to be. I think I liked They Both Die at the End more than this one, but I still really enjoyed it. And the main character, Griffin, had something that I can totally relate, and that is his OCD with numbers. I'm exactly like that. I like, you know, numbers like him, you know, like if you count to 3, he needs a 4th thing. I'm exactly like that. I don't like impair numbers except 13. Weird, I know, I'm weird. So I totally could relate to his OCD with that, and with where he sits, because when I was young, and still I do, when I sit on my parents' car and things like that, I always need to be sitting in the same spot. And when I fly, I always need to take the same rows. It's like I have a little bit of OCD. It's not like my house is extremely organized or anything like that, but I have OCD with other things, you know, like small things. So I could totally relate with that, with the main character, and I absolutely love the story. It was a little bit unexpected, the second half, but it is wonderful to see, you know, the grief and the growth of Griffin throughout the whole book. So if you like other books from Adam Silvera or Becky Readathon, you're probably going to enjoy this one. And the next book that I'm gonna be picking for the Buzzword Readathon, not sure if I'm gonna start it today, maybe tomorrow, but that is going to be Made for You by Melissa Marr. Finally getting to this book. I've had this book on my shelves for so long, so I hope it's gonna be good. And I've mentioned this before, but I'm just gonna quickly tell you what it's about. It's about this girl. She wakes up in a hospital. She doesn't know what happened. She doesn't know why she's there. But suddenly she has this gift that when people touch her, she knows how they're gonna die. So it sounds totally something that my alley, a little bit supernatural. So I am super stoked about this one. It is over 300 pages, so I hope to finish this on time for the Buzzword Readathon, and this will be my 3rd book. I don't think I'm gonna have time for a 4th one, but 3 books in 1 week, it's really good for me. So I'm really excited, like I said, and I'll let you know, guys, what I think about this one, because I have not seen this one in like wrap-ups or any kind of other booktube videos, so I don't really know what to expect from this one, but we will see.